At TV4, we are about informing and education and educating towards the development of a culture of national pride. To be one of those resources, one of those sources that people could go to whenever you want to find information that has to do with positive development in the country, reflecting what it is we do, what is our daily life in Trinidad and Tobago, whether it be government activity to an almost equal a degree. We don't have to focus on what takes place that is deemed to be in the public interest and the national interest. So we want to be able to be covering, to be seen to be covering a lot of things that have to do with the country's culture and the arts and the way of life of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and present that in the best possible light. And my role as CEO really is to do what is required, to find the means and ways by which the staff who is employed to help us do that have what it takes to get us to do that, and I'm motivated to do that in the best way possible.
I am the manager of the production department, so I manage the operations of everything that ends up on TV. So it may be news, it may be current affairs. We have one side of the department where we have producers, and their responsibility or their main interest would be human interest stories or features. We still serve our government, so the agencies, it might be a ministry, it might be one of the other government agencies may call us, and we may need to produce a feature for them or just cover an item for news. We have the news department that was introduced recently, bringing on probably double the number of employees we had, and that initiated our daily news. So all in all, this is the engine room of the company. You know, we churn out programs. It's interesting that for such a small department, we churn out sometimes upwards of 20, 30 stories or programs a month. And when you look at our limited resources, and the state of the equipment that we have, it's really amazing to see what we end up with on air.
My role at TV4 has an administrative side, and it has a creative production side. So I say the administrative side is the assigning of producers, the assigning of editors, also just making sure that everything operationally works the way it's supposed to work, the deadlines are met, liaising with the programming department. Every week I do a schedule that goes out to them that says the different things that production is offering for broadcast and TV4. It could be a news and current affairs program or just an entertainment program. We have Premiere Night that airs every Saturday on TV4. Promos as well that we're going to use for that to make it fresh and exciting and make people want to tune in to these different programs that we're airing on the station. For creative brief, coming up with sort of what your vision is for the program, and this often is collaborative. We have the opportunity to do a lot with TV4. It's fresh, exciting, it's new, it's its own new dispensation, and for us to be able to position that and see it grow, I think it's very rewarding for me to be able to be a part of this. Everything that we did for the 50th anniversary celebrations, etc. And I think in terms of my role, making sure that from the brief to actual production to the edit and the post-production, and making sure that it's delivered to programming in time.
So basically, the station, for one, supports local content. Predominantly, the station airs perhaps 75 to 85% of its content would be local content. Programming, as the programming coordinator, I have oversight over the various aspects of programming. In different institutions, the functions of the programming unit may vary. All in all, I would say that we are involved in scheduling of content, selection of content scheduling, and the overall objective is to develop audience size. So we are involved in scheduling both for TV4 actually and for government time on the various stations. Those two functions fall under the programming unit. Another function of the programming unit, which may differ with other stations, is that we are responsible also for the media assets of the station. We acquired NCC's extensive collection, I think it was in 2009. We are also entrusted with that collection, which is predominantly carnival-related content. So we support the IR department in that regard. We support production department with regards to sourcing content and stuff. The programming unit works very closely with production because production is really the main source of new and ongoing content. We also acquire a number of public education pieces which may not fall under local content. So that is another aspect of programming. But ultimately, we are involved, we follow a four-part model. 50% goes towards the selection process, 40% scheduling, 10% promotion, and that is the formula we use for developing audience size. We also encourage the submission of local content from various producers. I think more needs to be done to get the word out that we do support local content, and we, as part of our corporate responsibility, we do try to support and provide a platform to showcase the work of our artists, our young and upcoming producers. That is something I hope that we can put forward from this, that people know, yes, we do provide that platform. We welcome your contributions, and as long as it meets the required broadcast standards, we would provide airtime on TV4.